Hello everyone and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3.
I know you like the way I pop out. Let's go hit Lennox. Another week, another knockout. A different city. My partner whip a 7-4 now. He think he Wimby, but I'ma ride this Chevy Mally until it's empty. And Pastor don't.
Alright, so I'm going to show you guys a separate dialogue option for if the guy does not like you, or if you come in the room with your main character, basically. Because I went back, as you guys could see at the end of the last episode, Halcyon jumped into a pit accidentally. Yeah.
Approaching the cells, you're met with hollow-eyed faces. There's an almost physical stink of decay and neglect.
Ugh, disgusting. Cazador never fed on wretches like this. How did they get here? What is Cazador doing with them? I should have guessed there was more to it than Raphael would ever have told.
You're the one from the tavern. You smiled and joked and...
It can't be
Beneath the dirt and blood, you notice.
them, but it's... What?
free. We'll never be free while that monster lives.
That's why we're here. To destroy Cazador.
You can't. It's not possible. And then? What happens to us? I don't know.
Trust me when I say I know the feeling, but you can resist the urge.
Whatever you do, just do it quickly. I can't go on waiting.
We'll be back. You have my word. Gods above. He kept Sebastian. I should have known what Cazador was capable of. He's played us for such fools. And not just 7 spawn to placate the devil. 7 spawn and 7,000 souls bound to them in blood. Everyone, whoever trusted me enough to let down their guard, innocents, idiots, and the unlucky. It doesn't matter. I will need to sacrifice them all if I want to perform the ritual. Thank you. Yes. This will all be over soon. It's just... sickening. Seeing them again. I don't know what else.
Alright, so I went ahead and grabbed Gale real quick. If you bring Asterion, he is going to get captured, and you only have two other party members other than yourself, so you'll have 3 altogether. Yeah, it's just it's not very easy. I seen a tip or a trick online. There's a bunch of people saying you can enchant your armor or somehow get daylight added so it would do more damage to them. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what the dialogue is here and see what happens.
Now, this is unexpected. You who follow on the heels of our poor lost son. Has he sent you here to parley on his behalf, hmm? Will he not even speak to his own family? And you are certain he will not come to me? You presume to know the boy better than I who made him? Tell me then, what is he feeling? Right this moment, in whatever rat hole he is cloistered? Hardly. Even he knows better than that. Nowhere is safe. No, he is afraid. He is afraid because all he has ever known is you and me. And without us, he is nothing. When you do not return from this place, he will want to flee. He will want to leave this city and all its horrors behind. But he won't. He will come here because he knows nothing else, because he is incapable of anything else. Perhaps he convinces himself he can save you, or perhaps he slinks back like a beaten dog. It does not matter. Either way, he will return. Either way, he will be mine. Please, did Astarion tell you nothing about me? I am the immortal Cazador, and I always get what I want.
Alright, so he's just going to float around here. It's probably a little bit easier just to focus on him, especially if you have some throwing weapons like I do. If not, you could just throw some barriers out right in front of you. Like some daggers or whatever. The ones that are like a area of effect that happens over multiple rounds. Basically, so whatever you guys want to do. It's not that hard, but it is a lot harder with only 3 people. Okay, now that he has been taken care of, I'm going to run back to the camp, grab Astarion. So whenever we killed him, he went into this coffin. So I think whenever I open it, it will start the dialogue situation. So I'm going to run back there, grab him. I'll see you guys in a minute.
No healing sleep for you. Wake up!
Get your hands off me, worm!
I'm not the one in the dirt. One last thrust, and I'll be free of you. I'll never have to fear you again. But if I finish the ritual you started, I'll never have to fear anyone. Ever.
You think me a fool? That I would allow anyone to usurp me, speak the words, and ascend in my place? The runes I carved into your flesh bind you and all 7,000 souls to the ritual. Complete it, and those bearing the scars will be sacrificed, you included. You are simply a means to an end. I made you to be consumed.
I am so much more than what you made me. Get over here. We can do this.
Alright, so this dialogue is actually very tricky. If you help him, he's going to kill all the people, right? If you don't help him, like straight out of the gate, we'll see what happens.
Please. I can't do this alone. Fine.
Is it over?
Yes. It's over. You can do whatever you want. As for those wretches in the cells, if I don't get my freedom, neither do they. It's over. I'm done with this. And I'm done with you. I would say good luck out there, but honestly...
Okay, we're back. So now let's run through the dialogue of how you can actually keep Astarion on your team and save everybody.
If we release them, how many people will they kill? Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands? But if I complete the ritual, think of the power I'll have. With me by your side, we can save the city. We can save ourselves. City. We can save ourselves.
All you can see are those eyes you've seen so many times before, pleading with you to help him.
You're right. I can be better than them. But I'm not above enjoying this.
Is it over? Is he...
Yes. He's gone.
What does that mean for us?
You can do whatever you want. Sounds terrifying. And it is. But there's opportunity in it too. You can hide here, living in the shadows like parasites. Or you could be more than what he made us to be. You can choose differently, of course. But the consequences are on your head.
And what does it mean for them?
Now that is a question.
Cazador's staff controlled everything during the ritual. If it controls the cells too, you could decide their fate.
There's 7,000 Astarians unleashed on the Sword Coast. It'll be a well-dressed flood of mayhem, at least.
The poor wretches in the cells are innocent. They shouldn't have to suffer just because I lured them here. They'll need someone to lead them. Take the tunnels into the Underdark. Find somewhere, well, not safe, but less perilous.
What? No, we can't.
Just try to keep them out of trouble. I think we're done here. Let's go. That's it. He's gone. After all these years, these centuries, it's really over. I'm not sure. I feel a little numb. What I've lost, what I've gained, it's all so much. And God, all those spawn, free in the Underdark. I need some time, I think. Just to let it all sink in. Let's just go. This place reeks of death, and I want to feel alive again.
Okay, so that is the end of the quest of Cazador. I went around, I looked at for everything. I really didn't find anything too valuable. That staff, whoa. I will have to show you guys that next time. I didn't get it recorded of what the staff actually does. So I will show you guys that on the next episode. For the end of this episode, I'm going to show you guys some dialogue that happened with Gale whenever I went to the camp. We're talking about the Crown of Karsus. And Elminster shows up. So we're going to go ahead and jump to that. And at the end of that, that is going to wrap this video up. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll see you in the next one.
Go ahead. I'm listening. This isn't what I expected. This is much more. The Crown of Karsus. And this is no mere journal. It contains Karsus's original plans for the Crown's construction. His designs for godhood. Not from scratch. Unless you happen to have several pounds of the purest Netherese metals in that pack of yours. Don't worry. I'm not asking you to surrender anything else on my account. What's called for here is something altogether different. The book states that the Crown and Netherstones were originally one construct, seemingly sundered at the moment of Karsus's downfall. If we can collect the Crown's setting and the 3 Netherstones, and with the correct invocation of certain spells and gestures detailed in these notes, I think I could reforge it. Worse, it could be the best thing that ever happened to me. To us. Just think of it. The power of the gods in mortal hands at last would be free of doctrine and dogma, confined only by the limits of our imaginations. I promise you, the gods will never grant us such a blessing, no matter how much we worship and adore them. I don't know. Ao does not look kindly on gods meddling in mortal affairs. She may have no choice but to stand by and let events unfold. Even with the fate of the world at stake, she had little more to offer me than the means of blowing myself up at a more convenient time. She's done nothing to help us. Mistra wanted the brain obliterated because of this crown. She fears a world in which such power is beyond her control, ready to be claimed by Casus's successor. Perhaps they deserve to be challenged. Perhaps you and I deserve better than to live and die as their pawns. Ambition is not a sin. To question the powers that rule us is not treason. We must at least try. Why wallow in the dirt when we can reach for the stars? I'm glad you can recognize this for the opportunity it is. Nevertheless, not a step to take lightly. It's our future that I'm thinking of. Can't rely on anyone else to do it for us. For now, we've learned all we can. Here's your tome back. It proved to be even more valuable than I ever could have imagined. For both of us. Go ahead. I'm listening. Oh, nothing would give me greater pleasure. Which of our esteemed company am I stepping in for? Back in the thick of things at last. Oh, how exciting. Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Baldurian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. I hear you've been browsing in the most esteemed of Emporium's sorcerous sundries. Indulge my curiosity. What wonders did you discover there? I trusted he would be sensible enough to exercise caution in this matter and to seek the truth. By now, you are aware of the evil we are up against. Casus's pestilent crown, the very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade an empire and magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mr. asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mr. knows you defied her, Gale. Well, of course she knows. She's Mistra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last.
Mistra's willing to speak to me again? Was this your doing, Elminster?
She knows what I see in you, just as I know what she sees in you. I was not born an old man. I know all too well what it's like to have a goddess fill your heart with longing. Looking at you is like gazing into a mirror that shows centuries long past.
The past is the past, Elminster. And the future is, well, still to be decided. By me. Not by Mistra.
If there is another way, I trust you can find it. It is not in your nature or mine to stop looking, to accept the first answer to any dilemma. Do what you can. Put that mind to work. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave. If you are willing, trust in Mistra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
Something on your mind?
You know exactly what's on my mind.
Why, only the truth. That you bear the blame for the Duke's untimely demise. Such a loyal servant of the city, so eager to hear of your exploits. Tell me, darling, how is she? What a relief. It would be a shame if she'd struck down the one and only blade. Alas, she misses the fallen Duke. Someone will need to step up in his absence. A man with the spirit of a dragon. His only son, perhaps. The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise. And you're the best hope I've got at payback. No one crosses the Hell's Children without getting scorched. Oh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found new use for an old battle axe. The dead three in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious. I'm afraid that's not an option. I'm quite stubborn, you see. Take a swing or a stab if you want, but I'll just slip away for a breather. One of the perks of being a half-devil, of course. Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what. When the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand.
Mistral wants to meet Gale. Impressive. The only thing a god's ever offered. I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space for me to squeeze in. Let's make this happen.